Greetings fellow warriors, and welcome back to another Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord video. So, feasts again, huh? But why? Well, for me personally, feasts were one of the most interesting mechanics in Warband. The idea of lords gathering, socializing and discussing the future of the faction was fascinating. Back then, I was just a 13-year-old kid. I didn't see static NPCs standing around awkwardly. No, in my mind they were plotting alliances, forging friendships and maybe even engaging in some shady backroom deals. Now 15 years later I can finally have the chance to bring that roleplay vision to life in Bannerlord. And let me tell you, it hasn't been easy. From buying assets to cleaning up animations and integrating them properly, to creating a base feast system that is used by every faction, even creating new animations. Every little minute detail takes time. If you want to support my work, my ideas and get early access to all of my mods, consider becoming a patron or YouTube member. It really helps a lot and allows me to keep pushing these features further. Plus you'll get exclusive updates and be part of shaping future projects. Links are in the description down below. But before we dive into the latest feature, let's quickly remind ourselves, what exactly are feasts? Feasts are noble gatherings where the rich and powerful of Kyradia come together to drink, eat and build relationships. If you've already made a name for yourself, you're free to enter any feast, but early on, good luck, the guards will simply turn you away unless you win an accompanying tournament. Win and you'll get to join the feast, but that's where Warband and Bannerlord start to differ, because now, feasts actually have depth. Inside the feast you can take on quests, go hunting, drink, eat and even dance. And today I want to focus specifically on the dancing feature. This was something I always imagined happening at feasts, but Warband never implemented it, so I made it happen. To make this work I needed proper dance animations, and after searching through various sources I finally found the perfect one. Buying the animation set, cleaning it up, retargeting it onto the Bannerlord armature and making sure it worked seamlessly was no small task. So for this to work, feasts now have two phases, the eating phase, where lords and ladies enjoy their meal and chat, and the social phase, this is where the dancing begins. But this doesn't look like a proper dancing environment, does it? Looks rather bland. We need to create a proper dancing scene first. For that we go into the editor and do some scene editing, adding the dancing spawn points and voila. Now this actually kinda looks like a ballroom. But what about the guests? There's no one here. Well, let's fix that. Each feast will have his own set of guests attending. I just need to write some code and here we go. But what about proper feasting attire? They don't look appropriate for the occasion. Alright, for that we go into the item XML file where all the body armors are mentioned, look for the culture appropriate dresses and integrate them into different arrays for each culture. Create some codes, so the proper cultures will use them, and a harmony patch, so the hero will get dressed upon entering the Lord's Hall and... well, would you look at that. If you enter a feast after 5 PM, you'll have the option to dance, but there's a catch. You need a dance partner. If you have a spouse, they'll always be willing to dance with you. If you don't, you'll have to ask an unmarried noble to join you. The answer depends on your relationship. They might refuse, hesitate or happily accept. If you're hosting the feast, you must open the dance floor first. Once you do, NPCs will gradually join in, making the event feel alive. Once you find a partner, a new dialogue option appears, saying, "A fine evening for a dance, care to join me?" From here, you and your partner will move to a designated spot, and a short tutorial will explain the dance mechanics. At the top of the screen you'll see an affection meter next to your partner's portrait. And down here a rhythm bar, with a square and a circle. To gain affection points you need to press the correct arrow keys when they align with the square. You can get perfect hits, normal hits and misses. You'll hit a perfect hit if you're right on the beat, which yields a huge affection points boost. Normal hits happen when you're kinda on the beat, but not enough to be a perfect hit. And misses, well, they're pretty much self-explanatory. If you hit the wrong key or have just bad timing, which yields a affection loss. You can only dance once per feast, so make it count. Now, all that is left to do is start the dance. I can explain so much, but nothing beats a visual representation of the actual feature. Alright, stop that. Something is missing. We need some better atmosphere. Let's add some movement sounds first. I'm just gonna do some quick audio editing. this does sound better. What about chatter? Alright, we are close. The only thing that is missing is some music. For that, I took music from the actual game, did some sound editing and implemented it into the game. And this is the finished feature. Your performance will affect your relationship with your partner. There's also a ton of different outcomes depending on your performance. If your performance is bad, they'll wonder if you even dance at all. They might even tell you that you need more practice. There are like 10 new outcomes and each of them will yield either a relationship boost or loss. You can even get a perfect score, which is 100 points. And your dance partner might invite you somewhere more private for the night. If it's your spouse, they'll have a higher chance of becoming pregnant. If not, well, let's just say you had some fun. Right now, every feast has dancing, but I was thinking, why stop there? What if each culture had its own unique social activity? Blandians could have formal ballroom dances. For Britannia and Sturgia, maybe some sort of wrestling, duel or brawl, like nobles standing around you and another noble fight each other. And the goal is to taunt your enemy, which will be reflected in a similar way with the affection points, like during the dance. Be sure to tell me what you think about this idea in the comment section down below. Next time we'll take a look at either the new quests or maybe the various entertainers you can encounter during the feasts. Maybe even hunting together with nobles, I don't really know. And yeah, I guess this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. That would help out tremendously, or maybe even subscribe to the channel. That would really make my day. Join my Discord server if you want to talk to me and other like-minded people about all kinds of stuff, and I see you all in my next video. Become a patron or YouTube member today, and bye. Yet another huge thank you to these channel members and patrons. B. Purplor, Hangover Ostrich, Isaac Waltzman, Jormung Gandel, Litauen, Philippe Ramelet, Ribeye, Stupid Ex Idiot, Wow, Minus, A10, Ahmad Bayhaki, Anonymous, Anthony Daniels, Ashton, Orson Johnson, Ben Thomas, P. Charles Turtlet III, Reben Jonut, Bulldozer, Bunions Onto, Cameron Stevens, Carlos Miguel, Cidilo, Connor, Daniel Holmes, Desse Wood, Earl Nana, Enzo, S. Desu, Lexicus, G. Morrissey, Governoid, Gustavo Policabo, Heretic, J. Jack Resch, Jacob Xiong, Jacobo, J. Pangelinan, James Adams, Jeremus, J. Mars, John Schmiedlein, Jordan Rucker, Jose, Joseph Perry, Josh Boss, Julian Mason, Kaspar Piacic, Kelvin Dura, Kendrick M, Koval, Larry M, Ledis, Lil Sodlia, Lyrian, Nathan Walker, Nolan, Peter Hauer, Pietro 6, Paul Andre Danielson, Quinn Smith, Recoil Rogue, Royal Flush, Sam of Saturn, Cindari Legrand, SL Wakwa, Sold for $7, Sothia Chun, Stu, Thulder, Tim, Trajan Augustus, Tyler Zorn, Unholy Templar, Vala, Vinicius Barbossa, Via Fitzgerald, Xavier S, Xix, Jos Schun, Zack B, Mau Goblin, Bedohan, Falcomir, Etelon Wow, Nicholas Torres, SD Archer, Trevor Russell, El Kalitos, Winston, Ari, Great Lion, Summit Center, Kaukau, Big Ö, Ed Kainer, Elcash, Great Lion, Ergenor, The Hubfire Playlist, Pyrolyzed, Chains, Clinky Man, and all the other channel members and patrons for supporting the channel.